What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lifestyle Boost podcast. It's your host, Dosia Mabo.
And Emma Mabo.
Okay, so this episode is going to be super exciting. So we asked you guys to drop us a couple of questions on our Instagram and other platforms for us to answer. Sort of like a Q&A.
Yes, and we got a lot of responses. We got a lot of questions, and the questions are actually really funny.
Well, the thing is, they're very random.
So I thought they were going to ask us like questions about, just more deeper, I guess. But them questions were so random. Like,
I know.
And I'm excited to answer the questions for y'all. So let's get it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me open Instagram and then we can start answering the questions. These are the questions, guys. So we're going to answer them. Okay. So question number 1, what's the last lie you told your parents?
The last lie I told my parents, my mom had called me, love you, ma. But my mom had called me maybe like a few days ago, and she was like, what you doing? And keep in mind, I just come back from work. I was so sleepy. I wasn't trying to hear what she had to say on the phone. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm at school. I'll talk to you later.
No, I think my own lie was a little bit effed up a little bit because okay, so I went over to her house like 2 days ago, and I was really hungry. Like I was starving, right? And then she was like, she gave me some fish. She gave me kaki, and then she gave me roasted fish, right? And she was like, make sure you give Brian this kaki. And I was like, yeah, I will give him this kaki. And she was like, because Ryan's favorite African food is cookie. So I was like, she was like, make sure you give Ryan this cookie. Like specifically, make sure you give Ryan this cookie. Bro, I was hungry. I went home. I was like, fuck that shit. I ate all of it.
No, because it be busting sometimes.
Right, and then she calls me the next day and she was like, oh, how did he like the cookie? How did he like the roasted fish? I was like, he liked it. It was really good. Tell me why. Tell me why Sunday morning I forgot to tell Yai to tell her that he ate the cookie. So he's like, hey, he didn't remind me too. So he goes to go drop her off at church. And of course she asks him like, oh, my son, how did you like that cookie? He's like, she ate it all.
He was like, I'm not backing you up in this one.
She's like, she ate it all. And she was like, I specifically told her to give you that cookie. But yeah, anyways, that's the last lie I told her.
Yeah.
I need to face her because I know she's going to ask me. She hasn't asked me yet. But I know the next time I meet her, she's probably going to be like, you liar.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
why
she's
did you
going
lie
to come
to
for
me?
you.
Yeah.
She's going to come for your neck.
That was funny. Okay. The next question is, you're African. Would you rather talk back to your mom or eat salt?
Let me tell you something. You can give me pink Himalayan salt and I'll eat it. You can add pepper to that salt. I'd rather eat the salt.
Because African parents are scary.
Growing up, mommy was not to be messed with.
There was one time she locked me a slap in the face. I literally saw my life flash in front of me.
I'm telling you, and you see those little
little
flashes,
stars?
like those stars. She had locked me one the other day, and I was like, bro, she locked me one, and I almost died, dog. And I was like, I'd rather eat salt. When I saw one of them questions, I was like, I'd rather eat salt.
No, but I mean, like, I think I would rather respect them though. Like, yeah. I know, like, it's a whole thing now where like you can't whoop your kids or whatever. But like, I still enjoyed the way we were raised.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean,
of
like,
course.
not to do certain things because like you will have an ass whooping.
We're not coming over here saying, our mom whooped us and it's fine.
Yeah,
you know
no, like we're not saying like that was wrong.
So.
Like that she did what she had to do for the time because we were some stubborn kids.
I was.
I'll tell you that.
I wasn't the best exemplary kid.
If I had you as a child, I don't know what I'd do. I swear to God. Like
I wasn't the best.
You were a handful. Like I
can't
remember.
be telling them every episode that I was a handful.
No, because you were though. Like, can we be for real? Like you were a lot. Like you were all over the place.
I kind of was a lot.
I feel like everything she told you to do, you intentionally did the opposite.
But it's like, don't tell me what to do.
Exactly, and then you're telling me not to call you out. Like you did the opposite of everything.
It was like all the time. When we pray, right? Obviously, she raised us Christian and stuff. When she prays, you'll be like, the first commandment, whatever commandment it is, like respect your mom and dad.
Whatever commandment it is.
I'm not trying to say like, but it says respect your mom and dad. And like whenever I pray, I would think about that and be like, I'm forgive all my sins, I'm sorry. But then the next minute, she'll be like, Emma, wash those plates. And I'm like, are you seeing the amount of plates they're asking me to wash? You know what I mean? So I'm like, are you seeing the amount of plates you're asking me to wash? And I was just really bad. But yeah, love you, Ma.
Well, we love you, Ma. And we love the way you raised us. Definitely hold your shoulders high for that one.
For sure.
Okay. So, what's the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home?
Bro, okay, hold on. So I went to this house. I went with Carol. I think it was Carol's like co-worker or something.
Not you calling them out. Okay, Carol's co-worker, if you're watching.
They don't know the job. They don't know the job that she worked at. But I think it was one of Carol's coworkers, and I'm not gonna give you all the details because I already caught that out. But we went to her house, and I walk in, and she's raising chickens in her living room.
In her living room, bro?
In her living room, bro.
I know that shit smell.
It was chickens walking around, and I'm like, oh hell no.
I know it smell. It has to.
She had chickens and dogs and cats, and I'm like, what in the animal farm is going on in here? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what in the animal farm is going on in here? It was chickens, it was dogs. I'm like, it meant to me she had pig and goats, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I'm like, what is going on? And I was just like sitting over there, and she gave us food and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to eat this now.
I'm sorry. You know? Like, I don't mean to judge, but if I go to someone's house and it looks like that, I won't eat it.
No, because it's like, what are you eating?
No,
like some of the little ingredients could be that fucking shit from the damn.
That's wrong.
It could be the shit from the damn animal.
That's
you know
so
what I'm saying?
wrong.
I'm just messing around, but like, yeah, you know.
Okay, well, for me, let me see. Okay, I had once had this acquaintance that I worked with, and I had gone into their house, and it was like the living room, right? And I mean, of course, maybe that's what they had to deal with, but I thought it was so weird because like I walked into the house, and like literally half the living room was like a garage. I'm not joking. Like half the living room had like motorcycles and like cars like in the living room. Like half the living room was like motorcycles, cars, and all of that. So, and in my mind, I was like, first of all, how did this get in here? You know what I mean? And then the other half of the living room was like an actual living room. But I thought that was very odd. Like, of course, I didn't judge them or anything. But I was like, interesting.
No, because when you see, you just think, how did this get in here?
Yeah,
you know
but like, I think that's probably the weirdest I've seen in someone's house.
It's not close to what I saw.
No,
because
but if I walked in someone's house and I saw like chickens in the living room,
them chickens were walking around like we belong here, and I'm like, damn, and I'm like, damn, like I was like, whoa,
you walked into the territory, like
they walking like they belong here, like beast of England, beast of, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like. And I'm like, oh hell no! Get me out of here!
Oh my god!
But yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Okay, this is a good one. In one word, how would you describe the internet?
This internet in this century, ghetto. Literally, that's the only word that fits the internet. Ghetto, because it's so ghetto that the internet can give you so much fame and money, and it can take it from you like
it would rush it down
in a second,
down the drain.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 0.2 minutes.
Like project ghetto.
It's a project. I would have to agree with you on that one because the internet is scary. Like sometimes, can we talk about Instagram, bro? Like Instagram is judgy.
No, I don't think Instagram is as judgy as YouTube, dog.
No, like people on YouTube, they're a different breed.
When I had posted my first YouTube video, right? It wasn't even a YouTube video, it was a YouTube short. And if YouTube short get the most hate comments than the videos because people don't really take time to watch the videos.
Yeah.
So I remember when I had just graduated from college and it was my graduation day, and like the song that was trending at the time was Snatched. His Soul.
Yeah,
you remember that song?
That, yeah.
So, I did my little transition or whatever. So I was like in my bathrobe and I did the transition to my graduation cap. Bro, then people, monkey, go back to where you're coming from. I said, youve. Now I graduate too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I graduate. One was like, with or without the makeup, you're a monkey. Bro, under my comment section was a shit ton of monkey emojis. And I'm like, damn.
Not with or without the makeup, you're a monkey.
Bro, I was like, that hurt my feelings. Because how dare you try to talk to me
like this? We were supposed to be celebrating.
And on TikTok, the comments were completely different.
Of course, like
TikTok
people on
is
TikTok
way more
are nice.
supportive, but YouTube, is crazy. Like,
oh yeah, like the other video we posted the other day of like saying how like even if you have an accent, like you get made fun of. Jesus Christ!
damn, people came for.
They're coming for. They're talking about like, oh, like you guys are trying to claim victim. I'm like, I can't be a victim for something that I experienced.
I'm like, how you gonna tell me what I know,
like,
dog? You know what I'm saying? And this, remember that one dude? He was like, go back to where you're coming from. I'm like, oh no, we're not going anywhere.
No.
Anyways, what's the next question?
Okay, so this other one is good. Okay, what would you do? Okay, what would you do if you ran out of toilet paper in a public bathroom? Why would you even access this?
Why do you want to know how I shit? That's the question. Like, why would you want to know how I shit?
What would you do if you ran out of toilet paper in a public bathroom just after taking a shit? Well, no, like honestly, this has happened to me before.
No, worse has happened to me, dog. Like worse. I was studying at the library, and I go there, and I didn't know that the bathroom was clogged. Like, if the bathroom in your facility is clogged, please put a sign on the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I go in there, and first of all, like, I don't poop in public. Like, if you know me personally, I don't.
Oh, I don't. If I had to go, I gotta go.
I'm so scared. I don't poop in public. And she said, if I have to go, I gotta.
So we were at the. I'm sorry to cut you short. I'm so sorry, but we were traveling back. I don't know where we're traveling back from recently. We went to Houston and flew out of Houston, and then we came back and we were stuck at the airport because we couldn't find the car. Right?
We couldn't find the car.
Emma, I had to go. Like, I went into this public restroom. I went to the airport restroom, and I was pooping. Like, that shit smelled and so bad.
I remember we were trying to call her. Like, bro, we found the car. Let's go. And this girl was just in there.
That's not the worst part. This poor woman walks in with her baby, right? The store next door. And all I hear is this little kid saying, "Oh, mommy, it stings in here." And the mom was just like, "P, let's go." Oh my gosh, this stings. I'm just in there like, bro, I gotta go.
Bro, in that situation, you can't leave.
I was like,
in that situation, ma'am, you need to stay in there.
It's called a restroom for a reason. Bro, like, people take a shit in here.
You scarred that child for life.
She was like, "Oh, mommy, it stinks in here." I was like, I'm really sorry. That's what adult shit smells like, I guess. Like,
that just it. I'm peppered inside. I'm all. That's actually crazy.
But anyways, I'm sorry. I cut you short. You were saying something happened to you. I can't
even remember. Okay,
UTSA.
So I went to UTSA, and I usually stay there. And I was there, and I take a shit, and I'm like, damn, like, I don't know if I want to go to the restroom. Like, I contemplated this for a while. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to the restroom, and it is what it is. I go in there, and I do my thing. I had a huge bowel movement, bro, like a big one. I'm flushing it, and the water is rising. And I'm like, slow down. I'm like, slow down. Bro, what do you think what do you think could have possibly happened?
I don't know. I mean, there's nothing you can flush it down with. I'll walk away.
It overflew.
No. No. You saw your poop touch the ground.
I almost passed out. It overflew, bro. I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Bro, literally, I had a panic attack. You know, and that's the reason why I don't take a shit in public. Because I'm like, that scared me. I went to the receptionist. I was like, I went to the restroom, and I think someone pooped and is going over. Like, I walked in there, and there's just poop on the floor. I'm sorry, whoever that receptionist is, if he ever sees this video, he's gonna be like, you're a bitch.
You need to go to jail for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the next.
We didn't even answer the question, though.
Oh, what would you do? Well, okay, so if I've already experienced it, but if I went to a bathroom in public and there was no like tissue, well, first of all, I'll probably try to send my hand to the other stall.
There's no way you can reach. That shit is so far up, bro. Even if you're elastic man, you can't reach. Because I've tried it before. You can't reach.
Okay, then I have no choice. You know that brown wooden paper? Nigga, I'm wiping my asshole with it. I was something that shit.
And clean that shit up. If you know, you know. Something that shit up, and it becomes like toilet paper.
That's mad.
That's ghetto.
That
That's
is
actually
ghetto.
ghetto.
But I mean, it's a question. The
What is
question
the
is a
next
question.
question?
Okay. Okay. Whew. Would you rather have no money or no love? These are extreme.
Let me tell you what.
Like,
I will become. How do you solve a problem like Maria? I will become a nun.
no, because I'd rather cry in my Lamborghini, bro.
Girl, I will cry in that Lambo. I'm sorry. No, because being broke, didn't we talk about being broke in the other episode? Being broke is not a flex. Like, it's not a life to be living.
I'm sorry.
I'm very sorry.
I don't want to live that life no more.
If I have 2 options like that, I will be taking the money. I will be crying
I
in the
will
Lambo.
be happily celibate.
Yes.
I would be happy.
Oh, yeah. I'll go to church every single Sunday and thank the Lord for what he did in my life.
It's a no for me. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What?
What does it say?
What if you... I'm sorry. What if you get an urge to scratch your butt in public? Would you do it?
Who asked this type of shit, bro? It's like, these people are crazy.
What if you get an urge to scratch your butt in public? Would you do it?
Let me tell you something. I would die with whatever itch is going on.
You ever like clutch your butt cheeks
Bro,
so hard?
like you twist and turn so hard.
Or do you like that walking with like you're walking
Girl,
and doing
you're all
that?
contracted and nah, I'm not scratching my butt in public.
That's
sorry.
definitely what I'm doing.
Whoever's asking this question is actually crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy. Okay, on to the next. Who is the last person you cyber stalked? I think that'll be you. Like you stalk people a lot.
Let's check.
Oh, let's go to the search. Let's see.
go to
Who
the search.
Who was the last person? You cyber
I
stalked?
cyber stalked. Oh, is this girl Latrice? She was in Street Woman Fighter. It's a Korean dancing show, and she's a
black girl.
Yes, she dances.
She's
really
really
well.
good. Yeah,
she's good.
Yeah.
So I followed her page, and yeah, that's the last person I
think
stalked.
for me it's no for sure because like they recently ended, and I was just like, that's so sad.
That's
like,
so sad. Yeah,
they were doing their thing, and then out of nowhere they stopped, and like I had to go check out their page. Like you sent it to me, and I was like, oh, let me see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like they actually ended. Like that's crazy because they were
it
taking up
podcast.
the world. Yeah, it was
a lot.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Have you ever had a crush on a teacher? If so, who?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think I
have because them teachers, they always give you the ick. Like you're just like, ew, like move, like quit trying to.
I don't think I have. I think maybe in public school because there was one teacher that was like a young guy.
Even
and
that
he used
young
to,
guy,
like,
I
he
really
used to dress, but
yeah,
like,
but I still
it wasn't it. Yeah, I wouldn't go
Nah.
as far as say like, oh, it was a crush. Like, nah,
I didn't have a crush on no teacher.
no, it wasn't
sorry.
it. Okay, what is the weirdest conspiracy theory you've ever believed?
See, this is actually crazy, and I know people still believe this shit back home, and you need to wake up. You need to wake up. Okay, so back home, the conspiracy theory was like a duck. If you were to take like a basket or like a bucket and put over a duck, the duck is gonna transform to a python. That's bullshit, bro. Like, I don't even know who comes up with this stuff.
Who came up with that story?
Like, if you put a bucket or a thing, just anything like to cover up a duck, the duck is gonna turn to a snake. Like, bro, who even comes up with this stuff?
That's
like
weird.
I was like, yeah, that's conspiracy theories. What about you?
For me, I don't know. Like, I feel like for me it was that plant. There was this plant that apparently, like, yeah, like. Apparently, if you grow that plant around your house, or when people die, if they put the plant like on their grave, like the plant is supposed to, like, I guess, keep witches and wizards away. Like,
I think it's a snake plant.
No, because for real, like,
it's called snake plant, right?
I don't know
I'm
what the name of the plant is, but like apparently they said that, well, you're supposed to plant this plant in front, like around your house, in front of your house or whatever, and like witches and wizards are not supposed, like, they're not gonna make it to your house if you have this plant like around your house. And then you want to know the other one that's crazy? What was it? It just left my head just now. Oh, okay. This is the other one. Like, this one, I think I call it bullshit. If you go to sleep at night and dream about someone, and that person coincidentally makes it to your house in the morning, that person's a witch.
See,
do you remember?
Let me tell you what. I choose to believe that because them girls back home were little witches too, dog.
No,
like,
no.
don't you think?
I call it coincidence.
Like, it could be coincidence, though.
Granted, there is witches back home.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I feel like some of it was like a stretch, though.
Because some of them people will be asking you stuff, and you're like, how do you know that?
Well,
you know,
true.
like, so.
But like some of it is still coincidence. I don't think it's everybody that you like happen to dream about them at night, and then in the morning it's like, oh, you're a witch. Because like I saw you,
I saw you in my dream, you're a witch.
I saw you in my dream, you're a witch.
You know, like, another one that I just remembered? People were saying that if you finish eating in your dream, then you're like initiated, like back home.
Oh yeah, if you
if
you eat anything in your dream, then
I'm like,
I've
eaten my dream and I've eaten a drink, and bro, what are y'all talking about? You know?
Oh, I like this other one.
What do you say?
It says, describe your last ex in 3 words.
Oh, damn. Ghetto?
I gotta think. Did you just say ghetto?
Ghetto?
Oh my God.
Damn. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna think about that.
I think the first word that comes to my head is narcissist. So that's one.
Narcissist.
Big narcissist.
Damn.
And then I think I was gonna say mind games, and mind games plays into narcissist, right?
Yeah, mind games plays into that.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll take that as 2 words. And then the third one, they're just full of it.
Yeah, let me see. 3 words. 3 words. Ghetto, draining, and punk.
Damn. that's from the so.
No, because I feel like I'm not gonna sit over here and be like, oh, thank you, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. I'm not doing that shit. Punk is what my last word is.
You ever sit and think about like the mind games that they play with you, and you're like,
and you just think like,
what was wrong with me? Like, was what was wrong with me? Like,
Yeah.
I must have been like possessed or something. Like,
Possessed?
No, for real. Because like, what was wrong with me?
No, for real though,
Like,
for real.
Anyways, we're not gonna get into that conversation right
Next
now. But
question.
yeah. Next question. What? I guess this is supposed to be, what is your ideal date?
Girl, I ain't been on a date in such a long time. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you.
Let me see. What would be my ideal date?
Yeah, let me have you talk about that one because I don't know.
I think my ideal date would be like, it has to be like a sunset.
Oh,
like a sunset, like probably like either a lake or like a beachfront like property, and like a little like nice dinner, maybe some like music, like background music. I think that would be like a really good date for me.
I mean, that's good. I feel like you like sentimental things, and I'm like, oh, please, bro.
Because sentimental shit, it's like, it's memorable. Like you ever listen to a music and it takes you back to a specific memory?
No, I don't got time for that, bro. When I listen to music, it tells me about them assignments that I have coming up.
Okay, anyways, you tell me what your ideal date is.
To be fair, like I can't tell. I haven't dated in such a long time. Like
It don't matter.
Know.
Like the Lulu, like you have to be delusional sometimes. Like
okay, I remember like watching Love Island. Whitney and Locken, their last date, they were on a yacht and like it was the blue seas. You said I should be delusional, so yeah, they were on a yacht and there was like flowers and stuff, and they was just talking all this sentimental shit, and yeah, that was a nice day.
I didn't ever finish watching Love Island.
I didn't finish. I'll finish watching on TikTok. I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, I should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, can you share a personal challenge or goal that you are working on? I know mine.
Dog, see, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be so honest with it. It's working out. Like, working out is, you need to. Okay, I listen to this podcast, and that's what I'm currently working on. You need a leg, like when you're working out, many people don't know this, but like you have an emotional connection with food.
Yeah.
Once you get rid of that emotional connection that you have with food, that's the only way that actually physical exercise can work. And I listened to a podcast. I don't know. I think it was Jay Shetty. He interviewed this gym guy, and the guy was saying that, once you let go, and I didn't get this from him. Mm-hmm. Another podcast I got it from. But he said that once you let go of that emotional connection that you have with food, then your working out can come to play. Because if you go work out and then you come back home and you just eat,
yeah,
it's not going to work,
you know?
And that's a challenge for me because it feels feels like when I go work out, them enzymes are enzyming. When I come back home, I'm like,
what's the ramen?
I'm like, nah, come on now. You're funny. You're funny because you think you're gonna say some trifling shit and get away with it.
It ain't like I'm lying. Like, you come out, you're like, what cabinet is the ramen in?
I'm like, maybe I should eat this, or maybe I should eat that, or maybe I should. And I'm just like, bro, like, because the other day I went to the gym and I started boxing, right? I've been picking up different workouts. So I started boxing and I lose about like the little boxing. I did it for an hour and I burned about 700 calories. But when I came back home, I don't know that I ate right away, but when I ate, it was a big portion, you know? And I'm like, that's just like, it's like a yo-yo diet. You don't want to do that. So it's very challenging, but I'm working on it.
I think mine is procrastinating though, because like I was that kid in school that like I would not do my homework until like last minute, and then when I do my homework last minute, like I'll still pass. Even when I came out here in college, like I would have like essays and stuff like that, and like I type super fast, and like literally my essay is done like 10 minutes before 10:59. You know what I mean? And so because I got so good at that, I kind of just like let that sip into everything in my life, and like I would just procrastinate everything. Like I would. And I'm working on it, because tell me why I went to LA and I literally have like 4 videos, right? I literally have 4 videos that are filmed that just need to be edited. And I have so much content from LA, but I've not edited or posted anything.
Do you have content just from LA that needs to be posted?
I think so, yeah. Okay, that's a lie. I do have like maybe 3 or 4 other videos.
No,
that like I need to quit lying
like that. You have more, because I went through your iPad the other day and I'm just like, what is wrong with this girl, bro? Like, you have all these videos. How come you haven't posted? Now, for you, at least you sit down and film them.
Yeah.
I just don't film them. I got a camera and just one video has gone up since I got this camera. Just one video, and I'm like, damn, like,
well, at least I posted 4.
Yeah, since I got my camera, I've posted just one video, and this was like back in like 22.
Yeah, no, I posted a couple, but like, okay, I'm getting better. I feel like obviously with the podcast, like, you know, me like handling stuff with the podcast, it's like, it's encouraging me.
Let me sidetrack a little bit. Let's talk about our work ethic, because
we're doing
giving.
Good. I know.
I'm
actually proud.
Our work ethic is actually like, it's giving.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've never been so passionate about something.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't care if you're having like a bad day. Like, I'll tell myself, like, I don't care if you're having like, you know, a tough week or whatever. We're showing up.
We're showing
like,
up. And
we're showing up.
When I tell you, like, some of the episodes I have to leave work and come, and I'm like, girl,
that's
who
good.
is this?
I know.
What I'm saying? But anyways, what's the next question?
Okay. What's the first thing you notice about a person? I like that one.
The first thing you notice about a person, their smell, bro. Like their cologne they have on. Because sometimes somebody just walk up to you and it's just straight up musty. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Like, but like I've smelled people that like, it's just mesmerizing. Like, you ever just get lost in like, their smell?
Let me give you an example. Guys that wear the Sauvage by Dior, I don't know if I'm saying it right. That perfume has me on a chokehold. Like, I didn't know what the perfume was.
Your brother wears that.
Yeah, I didn't know what the perfume was, but I didn't know what the perfume was. But I was talking to somebody at my job, or it could have been my brother, and I'm like, damn, what are you wearing? Like,
we have the same brother, for the record. I don't know why I just said your brother.
I got the smell of the perfume and I'm like, what are you wearing? You know, like, it smells so good. And then I spoke to this other guy at school. I was like asking for his assignment, and I'm like, you're wearing Sauvage by Dior, right? And he's like, yeah, how did you know? Like, it just smells mesmerizing.
It smells like manly too.
Yeah,
like it smells like that. Or like when I smell there's this Jimmy Choo that like, it smells amazing.
Yeah,
like, it literally does something to you. When you smell it, you're like, hug me please. Like, it smells great.
She's talking about some hug me please.
No, for real. Like, it smells good.
Nah, but I definitely, first thing I notice is the smell.
For me, like, what I notice is your teeth. Because like, you know that weird thing I said in episode 1 where like when I talk to people, I mean, like I'm getting better. I'm getting way better. But like, you know, that thing I said in episode 1 where I said like when I talk to people, like I turn to like look at their mouths instead of like doing eye contact. So it's like I notice people's teeth a lot, and like, okay, like I have straight teeth now, but that's because like I got braces. Before that, whenever I would laugh or like talk to anyone, I'll laugh like this because I was so sensitive about like my teeth, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I'll laugh, I'll cover my mouth, and so I used to notice everyone's teeth now because of that. But yeah, that's the first thing I noticed about a person. It's like their teeth, and like if you have great teeth, I admire it. I'm like, oh,
that makes sense.
That's nice. Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Let's see. We're about to be done. So the next one is, can you describe a future? Okay, hold on. I got to read that again. Can you describe a future you would like to see and how to get there?
Oh, okay. And if you've been listening to this podcast from, that's a good one. Whoever asked that, shout out to you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If you've been watching this podcast from like the very first episode, I mentioned that whenever I talk about like goals and everything, I'm very realistic. You know, like I create SMART goals. If you're a nursing student, you should know that. Specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, and time effective. You know, that's what SMART goals are. So I create SMART goals, and I need to have like a time frame or whatever. And you know, when I usually think about my goals, I am very realistic with it. So that being said, what I think like future wise is this podcast getting so big.
I know. I can't wait for that.
Us having tours and stuff, you know,
live shows,
having live shows, you know, getting so big that we're collabing with like Jay Shetty.
I know.
Diary of a CEO.
I love Jay Shetty.
Heavy on that, shit and gigs, you know, like I feel like when that's the future.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, you know, us having to grow so much in this podcast. And yeah, what about you?
For me, on a personal level, like I want to, like, because I have so many like plans in my head that like little by little, obviously I'm executing them, one of it being the podcast. Like it got to a point where like I literally didn't know if we were actually gonna like launch this podcast. Like it was so stagnant for so long that I was like, oh, are we actually gonna do this? And then like, you know, we got the ball rolling again, and we got it done. So for me, I feel like when I think about the future, it excites me, and also it scares me because I feel like we're gonna grow so big, and like we're gonna get to a point where like it's so mega. Like I can see it happening. You know what I mean?
See, if this makes you feel better, I feel like what gives me a certain level of peace is because we're sisters.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could do this with a friend.
I know, like, you know? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
I don't know
different.
that I could do this with a friend. So I have some kind of peace that I'm doing it with my sister because we know how to resolve conflict and stuff. So yeah. And I feel like it's just nice to grow with like your sister, your best friend, you know, you grow and get to a point where you're like, damn, like, because we've been through it, you know.
Well, like, yeah, and the thing is like every step in the way we've been through it together as well. So like our difficulties are very similar. They're because very similar. We literally went through it together. You know what I mean? So but yeah, like that's something that I'm really excited for, and it's just like I just know we're gonna be good. I just know it.
I dream it, and I'm like, God willing, we're gonna get there for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 2 more questions. Is it 2? Well, actually, it's 1 more question. Are you religious or spiritual?
I think I'm religious.
I think I'm both, because
really,
if you're religious, then like you believe in like you believe in a higher spirit and
yeah.
Stuff like
so
that.
I think I'm both. You know, the religion is Christianity.
Yeah,
and you know, you're spiritual. You believe in God the Father, Son, and the Spirit.
Yeah,
but you know,
I know some people only believe in like some people are only spiritual. They know that like spiritual beings exist, but they're not necessarily like religious.
They're non-dimensional.
Yeah. For me, I feel like I'm both.
I mean, I think it's very subjective. You know, I think I'm both too. Because honestly, like when you told me about that question, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because being religious, you do believe that there is a higher power, like in the spiritual form as well.
Yeah, but I think I'm both too. Okay, guys, we've come to the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for sending in your Q&A questions to us. We really do appreciate everyone that took their time to watch the podcast all the way to the end. We're super, super grateful.
Yeah, those were some good questions. Like they were very like random and diverse from from like one topic to another, but they were really good.
Yeah, they were really good. Shout out to y'all. Whoever asked the question about scratching your butt in public, that's actually mad. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but,
that was a crazy question.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, go ahead and add us on Spotify, follow, subscribe to our page on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you listen to your podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah,
Bye.
we'll see you guys later. Bye.